Well, all done at Oak Grove. The first thing that comes to my mind is the old saying, well, I've gone further to get less. Not by much, but by a little bit. So I will break down today. I kind of feel bad. The kids and Amy and I come down here, and I told them, we go to Great Wolf Lodge last night. It's their spring break, and everybody had a lot of fun. And then we went to look for something in Nashville, and thank you. A lot of people had emailed me with stuff to do in Nashville. We did find a place to stay at a pretty big pool, I think a couple of water slides and stuff for the kids, so it wasn't that bad. But I didn't realize that Nashville's not really kid-friendly, right? And if I'm missing a bunch of things going on in Nashville, I apologize. I Googled it for a few hours. There really just isn't a whole lot for kids to do. So we were lucky to find this Lawrence Opryland or something, I don't know, whatever it is. It looks like a nice place, though. And then we come all the way down here. We get here just in time to race, and then I find out after that it's much like Flamborough was. Can't walk through the grandstand with the kids. So I saw them out in front of the grandstand. I'm like, oh, they can sit down on a picnic table. It's good. There was nowhere to eat. Nowhere to eat. Now
had popcorn.
It was opening day, so I'll give them a pass. But the opening day doesn't change the fact that you can't bring your kids there unless you walk around the grandstand and then out to the front of the tarmac. Then yeah, you can sit there. I believe nobody bothered you. But jeepers, I would have liked it to be. It's not like we plan on taking a lot of trips down to Oak Grove, but it is a nice facility for adults that have ever been down there. I haven't been in the grandstand itself other than to walk through. If I was staying at the hotel that's attached there, beautiful hotel, and I'm not really a slot player or a casino guy, so I haven't spent much time in the casino, but a nice facility, and it gives me that. The track itself is different, but I remember when Georgian Downs opened up, I was driving there quite a bit, and it's got a nice feel to it. Track was a little deep today, but it wasn't horrible. It was good. There was some fast miles, and I went out there. I know better than anybody you can't put Paycheck Princess on the front, but when I'm coming out of the gate, the 4 horses hitting the bike, and there's long odds. The horse on the rail is long odds. I am going to get away third and be first over, or not move. I don't like the latter option. Or put her on the front, walk them over to the half, make somebody move if you have to. See how close Tennessee is? It's literally, so we come out of the track and get on the highway. Tennessee is 3 city blocks on the highway. That's how far down south it is. South or west? I think it's south. Oh, where's the thing at?
Southeast, it says.
Yeah, whatever. And Paycheck Princess, I thought halfway down the backstretch, she felt good. I know who's in behind me. I know what's going on at 8. I know what's going on. I just thought she just paces 29 seconds down the backstretch, 29 and 4 on the end of it. We seal the deal. She doesn't have to be good, just okay. She just did the moonwalk coming out of the turn. Now, I can argue and say she only had 4 full swedges on. The track was deep. Was she slipping? Did she tire herself out? But I've seen this movie before, and it's a little frustrating to me. Yes, I'll take the blame of putting her on the front end, but in this situation, I just don't see. And that's the other thing, is that she pulls so hard in the post parade and is so rude in the post parade. It's hard to put her in a manageable position. And you guys know me. I'm not one to make excuses. Oh, this is why I did that. Tell it to you straight. I'll take the blame for. What's wrong?
Taking all these trees.
No, they're clearing out a bunch of trees. I don't know what they're doing. Somebody said there's a chance of a tornado in Tennessee tonight.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I'll get to see that anyway. Whatever. I mean, I can make excuses for her, but she's a better horse than that, and she raced bad. So I'll be completely frank with you. Jacob, the breeder of the filly, that still is the majority owner of the filly, said, what do you think? And Jacob is a realist, and he's brutally honest, much like I am. And I just told him, I said, you know what? Very disappointed in the filly today, but here's what, to play devil's advocate, here's what might have went wrong. Aside from that, I just watched the maiden claimer go in 2 minutes. And that's where we're going. I might make excuses for her, but fine. I'm going to make things as easy as I can for her next week. This is a good place. They race for good money, and there's no, so weird. And there is absolutely no reason why, why this filly can't be just a little more, no. a lot more effective than she was today. So maybe she was slipping, maybe she was her first start of the year, maybe, Anthony, she doesn't like the front, fine. I'm going to make it as easy as we can on her next week. She's going into maiden claimer. It's like a 20 claimer. Her claiming allowance is like, I don't know, 15,000. She goes for 35,000 or something. I'll tell you a horse that did impress me was Militant, and I'm going to tell you why. I know if you watch the race from, like Amy said, he was really rough. He was out of gear. Well, the poor bugger's got flip-flops on. I warm him up. Now, I told you how good he trained on Friday. I warm him up, and I said to Eric, I said, I don't know if I got enough left in the trotting gloves to get this fella around or something. No, what I said was, I don't think Stanley Dancer could have done it. That's what I said. He was very rough in the warm-up, and I felt bad for him. I could see him just spinning his wheels. He was hitting the bike. I'm like, oh my God. So he added some weight up front to him just to help him a little bit. Put some wrap under the boots, put a gate and pull on him, a gate and strap on the outside, and I was going to just do my best to get him around and this is what I was explaining to Amy. One, if you make a break off a qualifier here, you have to re-qualify. It's not like Pennsylvania or Ontario. That's just the way it is. That's one problem. Two, they qualify in the mornings here. So let's say he makes a break today. I'm likely not going to be here to qualify him next week, and maybe he'd get around fine, maybe he wouldn't. Now let's say he makes a break in the qualifier. Now you're putting trot and hobbles on him. You got to go again with him. What if he doesn't qualify that good? Now you're starting this cascade of negative events on a young horse. Now he raced 8 or 9 times last year, but not the same Militant. I made no excuses for Militant last year. I didn't really love his attitude. I thought he cheated a little bit, and I thought that there was a horse in there, but I didn't really know if we'd be able to find it. I think we did. And I will stick up for him. I think this horse raced rather well today. I never pulled the earplugs. I did death grip on him the whole way, just trying to get him around, just being super cautious and conservative with him. I'm looking up front, and I'm like, that guy's walking. Okay, we're going to get a check. That guy's on the run, maybe. He did everything right, and as I said to Amy, in retrospect, in hindsight, if I put his nose in the gate and I just keep the bit in his mouth coming off the car, I land probably 3rd, 4th. If I keep him close, I think he's a factor. He's a player, and they went at 57-3. He wasn't anywhere near empty going under the wire. I just thought that the horse raced well. 59, last half 57-4, last quarter 29-1. You can't ask for anything more from that horse today than that, especially witnessing what I did in the warm-up. The focus he showed to stay on gate and do his work in the race was, that took long. Picked a nose once and went to sleep. The focus he showed in the race, it was impressive, right? Anytime you have a horse that changes their attitude, it's nice to see. And I haven't seen Militant in a long time, but what I saw today was a horse that understood his job and was happy to do it. And I'm glad he got it done. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say he's going to go win in 56 next week. I'll tell you what he did do. He did touch his left elbow. Now, for those of you who watched the start of this video and heard me just say that I put extra weight on him, I've seen this before, and we've tinkered with shoes and tried to get horses out of their elbows, and we can. But I think in this case, all we're going to do is add a set of elbow boots and leave nothing, change nothing else. Nothing else. And I think Militant will come forward. Coming off, training him down, qualifying him in 2-2. I trained him 1.5 miles in the jog cart on Friday. 57 was more than enough for that horse today. And for him to go out and do the work he did as well as he did, I was impressed. So disappointed with Paycheck Princess, and there's going to be a lot of my partners on Paycheck give me reasons why she couldn't have been better. Geez, 56 was a pretty good mile. I just thought that she was dogging it a bit today. She wasn't putting her best effort forward. And I know she doesn't on the front, but that was my choice. I opted to put her on the front is to take what was given to me off the car. So we'll endeavor to put Paycheck Princess in a cheaper class and race her from off the pace next week. And also, don't make too many adjustments with Militant and just let him be a better horse week over week, and put a full meet in here at Oak Grove and see what he turns into. For a horse that is as well bred as him and has got a big strong gait, I think he could be a nicer horse. Just give him 2, 3, 4 starts, see if I'm wrong. So I was certainly not disappointed with him today. So we are on our way into Nashville. We're going to get a bite to eat, Amy and I and the kids. I told Addie she was throwing herself. I said she had to have a nap. And she's usually a pretty good shipper anyway. She'll sleep. But if you let her get that let her get the electronics in front of her, watch the iPad, she won't. And I told her if she had a nap, she could swim tonight, stay up a little bit later. Didn't take long. So with that, I'll let you guys go. Not a great day. Oh, and I saw that the horse with Mark Beckwith was second. Kenobi was second, and we have Yo Mister tonight. So we're not done yet. We still got one more today. Not a terrific bang start to Oak Grove, but you know what? Insight is important. I think Paycheck Princess, get her in a little easier if that's what she wants. And Militant was happy with him today. So with that, I'll let you go. Have a wonderful rest of your Easter Monday. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. Take care.